even though I have lived here for over 30 years, I don't consider myself a Southerner. But there is one Southern expression that I take to heart, and that's Scarlett O'Hara's I'll think about it tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day. I'm Leslie, Dory's your marriage coach, and what does that have to do with marriage? Well, this has been a pretty tough week for me in terms of technology. I decided to get a new cell phone and I'm moving from iPhone to Android. And then, unexpectedly, my computer died on Saturday morning. Now, I use technology. Sometimes I'm fairly good at it, but most of the time it's one of those necessary evils. And so I frequently will put off dealing with stuff. Now, the cell phone I've been wanting to change for a while, and that is intentional, and it's just going to be time consuming. And I don't really want to do it, but I'll eventually get there. The computer was something that I actually really need because I use it on a daily basis. So that one kind of came not completely out of left field, but I wasn't doing the things that would have made it a little bit less challenging. And what I mean by that is I don't back things up. It takes too long. I'm not quite sure how to do it. It's one of those things that I'll think about it tomorrow. And then tomorrow showed up on, well, actually, tomorrow didn't even show up on Saturday. Saturday was the day everything just stopped. And that meant I had to stop and I had to deal with something. Now, computers and cell phones are first world issues, and they're actually things we can live without. And yes, it will take some time, and it did take a little bit of investment to get them back up and running. And guess what else needs attention? Your marriage. Because your marriage is not guaranteed a tomorrow. If you are not taking the steps and doing what's necessary to take care of it. And I'm going to tell you, getting a new cell phone or buying a new computer is a heck of a lot cheaper than ending your marriage, starting another one, right? Yes, all of these things are challenging in terms of time, in terms of attention, in terms of confidence. That's one of the things that I don't like about dealing with technology. I don't fully understand it. And when I don't understand it and I don't get good explanations, I find it very frustrating. It makes me feel stupid, which is not a feeling that I like to have. It's like I don't understand why Microsoft could recover my emails, but not my calendar. That to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm not technology oriented. That is not my forte. I just want to be able to turn my devices on and use them. I don't really care how they work. And that's part of the problem because we do the same things in our marriages. We expect our partners to be there and supportive of us and functioning the next day. But here's the deal. Sometimes they're not. Because with my computer, it was giving me information that it wasn't doing well. I was finding I was having to do things to get it to work much more frequently than I had in the past. Should have been a warning sign to me that something was coming. Should have been, okay, Leslie, go back up all this stuff, do all the stuff you need to do, take care of it. I've been a little smart with my phone because I actually have taken some of the information off the phone that I'm going to need if it doesn't transfer over to the new phone. So there are steps you can take. There are things that you can do. But when we don't feel comfortable, when we don't feel confident, we don't know what those things are. So we pretend, like Scarlett, that I'll deal with it tomorrow because tomorrow's another day. Except, what if when tomorrow comes, your partner isn't there, your wife is not there because she's had enough? And I'm going to tell you, you probably know this, just like I knew it. I mean, my I've been having issues with my phone for a while, so that was fine, and I already made that decision to get a new phone. That I had not made a decision to get a new computer. That was not anywhere on the radar screen. But had I been paying attention to the symptoms, I would have known it was coming. And that's what a lot of people do with their marriages. They don't pay attention. Well, that's not entirely true. They do know, they recognize that there's something wrong. But because they don't know what to do about it, they either minimize it or put it off or do these things that instead of just taking the bulls by the horn and figuring out a way to move forward, they just let it sit until it gets to the point where, like my computer, it can't be resuscitated. And that's what I don't want. And the thing is that because I know I don't know things about computers, I have to reach out for help. I had to call Microsoft. I had to call my web hosting company. I had to do all this stuff. I had because it's the only way to get it functioning. But because we believe that relationships, including marriage, are natural, we don't see the value of reaching out for help until it's too late. And then we're working from a position of emergency. And that's never a good place to be. So my question to you is, what is it that you are avoiding in your marriage? And what would it take for you to seek out information that would help you? Hopefully one of those things is to listen to these videos, watch these videos, and if you find them helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you have a specific area that you would like some information about, then I invite you to get in touch with me. Because just like I have to go to the computer guys, I took my computer into my local computer shop and they told me they couldn't save it. And then I had to do all this other stuff, but I trusted them. I trusted that they were telling me the truth. I trusted that they could give me guidance. And this is what relationship professionals can do for you. So hopefully you found this helpful. And until next week, stay loving.